Number 1, let's start with the ending. The plot hole that almost never gets mentioned, however, is why does Batman insist to take the fall for Harvey Dent's murders when he already has a perfect scapegoat for the crimes in the Joker? Maybe I am forgetting a crucial part of the plot, but I don't see any reason why the Joker, or at least one of his cronies, couldn't have been blamed for the crimes, as there's no reason anyone in the city wouldn't believe it, or at least wouldn't want to believe it. The Joker and his men already killed the police chief, a judge, tried to kill the mayor, and already nearly killed Dent once, so it's not like it would seem unrealistic for him to try again, or have had someone else do it.
See yourself become the villain. I can do those things, because I'm not a hero. Not like Dent. I killed those people. That's what I can be.
No, you can't. You're not.
I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be.
Number 2, The Party. When Joker shows up at Bruce's fundraiser for Harvey, he throws Rachel out of a 50-story window. Batman then leaps to save her and somehow breaks her fall using his parachute cape to decrease their speed and somehow absorbing the blow falling on a car would cause. Not even dazed or sore, Rachel thanks Bruce and the scene ends.
Alright. Let's not do that again. Is Harvey okay?
He's safe.
Thank you.
Very nice scene, but why isn't Batman hurrying to save the other guests from Joker? Really? What happened to the Joker in the party? Are we to believe that now that Batman and the stubborn girlfriend are gone, thus leaving no one to stop him, he leaves? No. Bearing having parked in an illegal zone or his meter is about to run out of quarters, there was no logical reason why Joker would leave the apartment. This really was one of the film's larger plot holes, not to mention the fact that Batman teleports in the middle of the room. Maybe he has the superpower of teleportation, or the power of bad editing. Number 3. The hospital. Dent is left in a public hospital with low protection. It's not like Joker has announced his intention to kill Dent and even tried to kill him 3 times. Joker appears out of nowhere in the hospital, and goes to have a talk with Dent without nobody interrupting them, proving that nobody really checked to see if Dent was out of the hospital. Right before Joker meets Dent, he kills a cop that tried to get Dent out. Then Joker and Dent have a conversation, but nobody finds it odd that Dent and his escort are not out yet. Also, seeing how important Dent is, it would have been normal to have more than one cop escort him out. Dent also is one of the last patients to be transferred. Although he is the most important patient, he should have been the first patient to be transferred.
Also, the way they want to transfer Dent is incredible stupid, and it goes something like this. There are 2 cops guarding Dent. One of them goes to see if there is any room for Dent in the buses used to transfer patients, and then asks the other cop to bring Dent out. In the real world, the way Dent would be transferred would go something like this. 1. An armored car comes to take Dent. 2. Dent is escorted out of the hospital by 5 or 6 or 12 cops, possibly using a bulletproof glass box. Actually, the mayor could have used one earlier. 3. Everything happens very fast, in such a way so Dent would be the first patient to be transferred.
Joker walks slowly out of the hospital and the cops that surrounded the area shoot him. Wait, they let him escape? Where are the cops? Actually, a few minutes ago it looked like a riot was about to start in front of the hospital. Also, the cops should have encircled the area so nobody would trespass. Dent also leaves the hospital somehow. Joker leaves the scene with a bus known for his speed and how useful is when you want to lose your followers. Also, how did Joker put bombs in the hospital in the first place? I mean, he put a ton of bombs in a place with a ton of people in it, without somebody noticing. When the bombs start exploding, it looks like there is one in almost every room of the hospital. No personnel or patient came across one. That's odd. Number 4, Dent's killing spree. If you watch carefully when Dent tries to get in Maroni's car, the guy who closes the door for the mobster can see Dent, plus he can also be seen in the mirror situated on the driver's side. This is important because Dent could die in that situation. Also, how did Dent survive without being at least sick in that state? Number 5. The meetings. Why does Batman keep meeting with Gordon on a rooftop so low that half of the skyscrapers in town can see and photograph the meetings? Also, when the bat signal is on, you don't have to be a genius to see from where the light signal comes, so you can find the location of the bat signal. After finding the locations, you can use a sniper or a bomb to kill Batman. Number 6. Batman calling Gordon. Batman calls Gordon to tell him where Joker is, but doesn't call Gordon to tell him that the hostages are the Joker's men and the other way around.
Gordon, I have the Joker's location. Pruitt Building. Assemble on the building opposite.
This is a stupid reason for Batman to fight Joker's men, SWAT team, and save the hostages altogether. I saw people trying to defend that scene using this arguments. 1. Gordon leaves, so why Batman would call. 2. Batman would give away his position. 3. It is not safe to talk at the phone while saving the hostages. He would be distracted. 4. He needs to talk with Fox all the time. My response is to all of them. 1. Batman doesn't know it, and still Gordon can contact the other cops even while he is on the road, to give them a warning or something. 2. When Batman flies in there, he attacks a fake clown who is standing next to some fake hostages, so Joker's men know about him. 3. He was trained by the League of Shadows, so fighting the distraction won't be hard. 4. I guess the Batsuit has a cell phone on which you can talk with more than one people at the same time. Also, I'm glad that Batman finishes in time to go and confront Dent before Dent kills Gordon. What a perfect timing. A second, also, the SWAT team appears to use their guns like some kind of flashlights. I mean, they barely try to shoot Batman. Even the guys in the helicopter that saw Batman hanging 4 or 5 SWAT members from the edge of the building forget how guns works. I mean, Batman was an easy target right there. In the real world, Batman would be dead after just 2 minutes. The fighting of the SWAT team is also idiotic. Do I need to remind you the way Batman hanged some SWAT members? Number 7, the ceremony. At the ceremony, the level of protection was horrible. No cop sees Joker, even if he has 2 huge scars on his face. No cop sees that the honor guard was replaced. Not enough snipers for so many windows. The ceremony shouldn't have taken place because of the danger level, or they should have changed the location of it. Preferably somewhere without so many windows. I mean, having the ceremony in that location, it's an invitation for bad things to happen. Going back to the honor guard, when the Joker made his attempt on the life of the mayor, no policeman noticed that the honor guard was suddenly totally different, people that no one knew. Some of them were mental patients. A threat has been made on the life of the city's leader, and the security is relaxed enough for the honor guard to be kidnapped with no one knowing, and a new team of guys to take their place, without no one noticing. Going back to Joker's makeup, the makeup is stupid, because it doesn't hide his face. Actually, his face has the same facial features which can be seen even when he doesn't have the paint on. The only thing that makes the difference between Joker's unpainted face and his painted face is the color. As for the rest, the same facial features that can be used by a real policeman to identify him and stop him right there with a bullet. Also, some interesting questions that have no answer in the movie. How did Joker manage to kidnap the honor guard? Why didn't Batman see the timer which was placed right next to the window? Number 8. The chase, going on the lower level, is very stupid because you lose your helicopter support. Actually, at no point during the movie they explain why they couldn't remain on the higher level and go in a different direction. You cannot say that they choose the tunnels to avoid the traffic, because there is plenty of traffic in the tunnels as well. Actually, when the cops are transporting Harvey Dent, the street is blocked off by fiery wreckage, forcing them to go into the tunnels, except the other side of the street isn't blocked at all. I mean, the street was barricaded off, so no traffic coming the other way. Why not just go around that side and skip the tunnel altogether? If you look carefully, there was enough space for the police cars to go around the firefighter's car. How did Joker know that Dent wasn't in the armored car he hit with his truck when he entered the chase? During the chase, Joker and his men are out in the open, but no one tries to shoot at them. I mean, Joker has a target for a face, and a cop could easily shoot him. The cops probably wait for Joker and his men to run out of ammunition. The armored car, in which Dent is, teleports. This is important because if it wouldn't, the Batmobile would have fallen on top or in front of it, ending the chase. The Batmobile clearly lands on its back but then instantly is upright for the next shot. This is very important because in such a situation the Bat motorcycle could not have been used. Batman shoots missiles at cars that he couldn't know if they are empty. How did Batman find Joker's truck when he was behind with no way of knowing the route of the cars? The trap for the helicopter was stupid, because Joker's men should have had no idea where the cops' cars were, or what is their route. They didn't know where will they get out of the tunnel, or what the route of the cars will be once they got out of the tunnel, or even if they would go into the tunnel, or, and this is the most important, where the helicopter will meet with the car. The guys from the Joker's truck should be dead after Batman flipped the truck upside down. Also the same for the driver of the garbage truck, but they are still caught by the police and they help Joker escape. Because one of them had a bomb inside him. I don't need to mention that if they were dead, how they should have been, Joker couldn't escaped.
Look out!
Also, this is an interesting point made by another guy.
Nope. Batman just growls, tips over, and falls in his stupid fucking ass for no reason. Why do I say no reason? Because this is the guy who had the balls to drop a guy 3 floors to break his legs. Why couldn't Batman nick the Joker with his bike's big front wheel and break his legs?
I don't need to tell you, but if Batman would have hit Joker with his motorcycle, Joker's plans would have been compromised, and the movie plot would have been changed completely, especially when you think that Joker wouldn't have been able to talk with Dent. Number 9, the arrest. Joker is left in the interrogation room with a guard watching him from the inside. The cop could watch him through the one-way glass, you know, the same way he watched him a couple of moments ago. He isn't handcuffed or transported to a cell because that would be too logical. No, instead leave the dangerous psychopath next to the glass pieces, which he can use as weapons.
Also, the cops could have easily shot him because they were at point-blank range from him. Giant explosion kills or harms every good guy around the Joker and every good guy in the building, but he is still fine. Batman is the only one able to reach Dent or Rachel in time because the plot says so. It's not like there are a lot of police cars patrolling the city, and some of them are driven by uncorrupt cops, and some of them might be closer to the warehouses, or Gordon and company might be faster than Batman. Another funny thing is the fact that Batman sat quietly, in the dark, behind the Joker until Gordon left, and probably he was sitting there before Joker was brought in the room. Also,
Joker's plan to break Lau out of prison requires him to be able to get rid of Batman and Gordon so that he can make a phone call and blow this dude in this prison up. There's simply no way the Joker could have known precisely when police would realize Dent was gone, when they would interrogate him about it, when Batman would join the questioning, and when things would escalate to a beating, meaning there's no way he could have had timers on the bombs for Rachel and Harvey that would be timed so perfectly for Batman just in that moment to have only enough time to rescue one.
Number 10, Two-Face's coin. That coin cannot be burned just on one side. The power of that explosion should destroy it. The incredible heat and pressure of that explosion would melt the coin, making it unrecognizable. This is a problem because the coin becomes a central part in the way Dent acts. Plus Batman finds it, even if he didn't know Rachel had it, and decides to give it back to Dent, because he didn't suffer enough. Number 11, the boats, and the boats thing was stupid too. 1. Again, no explication for how they did it. I mean, loading dozens of barrels in the boats might look suspicious, or a truck, which could have been used to transport barrels, sitting next to the boats for no reason. It's kind of suspicious too. Not to say that, at the inspection before leaving, the barrels still can be found. What I mean is that the crew of the ferries didn't seem to be helping the Joker, and usually they make the inspection, with the engine room being the number 1 on the inspection list. 2. The bridges were small and easy to check for bombs or other surprises. At least one bridge could have been checked in time, and then used. Seeing how all the citizens of the island could fit in a ferry, they could all be transported in a couple of hours. Number 12, Hong Kong. When Batman flies to Hong Kong to retrieve Lau, he performs the CIA skyhook to fly out of there. Except there is no way the Chinese government would let an unknown, or more importantly American, aircraft hover and then fly over the city. It would be told to land and then shot down. Batman gives the mobster to the USA police, when they couldn't reach him, so that means, in the eyes of China, and other big powers, that Batman works for the police and he is used for doing what the police aren't allowed to. This would mean huge tensions between the countries, and a ton of bad things could come up from this. Actually it would be like a Cold War too. Number 13, bank robbery. How did Joker find the marked money? When his man starts putting the money into the bag, he doesn't use a special device to identify the marked money. Searching for the money would have cost Joker a ton of time, giving the police enough time to arrive at the bank. Also his man has a chaotic way of throwing money in the bags. Joker's man, the one he argued with, had no problem in shooting another clown, in just 2 seconds, but he waits like forever to shoot Joker. Some people tried to defend that part saying, the clown wanted to see if he was right, wanted to see if Joker wanted to shoot him, he wanted an answer, that's the reason why he waited. But I say, this is stupid, why he would want an answer. I mean at that point he realized that he couldn't trust anyone from his team, so an answer would be pointless. Many people said that this is a nitpick, but actually it's not. This scene is very important because Joker could die right at the beginning of the movie. And for the possibility of Joker having a bulletproof vest. The movie never established that. But if you want to assume that he had one anyway, it would be only fair to assume that the others had bulletproof vests as well. So, in order to kill each other they were using special bullets. In the end, saying that Joker had a bulletproof vest, it's not a good argument. No citizen of Gotham signals the police to stop the bus, nobody cares. When the bus gets in line with the other buses, traffic and citizens are passing by like nothing happened. There must be easy to rob a bank in Gotham with so many mindless peoples populating the city. The Joker escapes the bank in a school bus conveniently placed in a gap of other school buses that don't seem to mind another bus coming out of the bank's wall. Since the movie's soundtrack feature voices of kids in the school buses, we know that the other buses are real school buses. Number 14. Here we have a montage of other reviews.
Harvey has known Rachel is next since the daytime shooting, but waits until nighttime to tell her about it. Harvey Dent drove to this random spot to question this crazy guy, and Batman's been busy beating up Maroney, so how does he know where Dent is?
His name's Schiff. Thomas.
When did Batman have a chance to find out who this crazy dude really was, since he was whisked away before anyone could question him? Gordon faked his death to protect his family, but how does he keep that a secret when there are so many corrupt cops on the payroll? He even manages to get on the SWAT team without anyone tipping off the Joker. And what did they tell his wife? Sorry, your husband has been shot, but you can't see the body because his face is so disfigured he looks like Gary Oldman?
He makes incredibly stupid decisions. Here's some. He tries to open a van like a tuna can instead of climbing to the window. He shows up to the sniper room with no costume. Why did Batman have a half-assed love scene instead of immediately going back to the party and save the people where the Joker, a fucking homicidal maniac, is still at?
No.
Did the Joker end up killing everyone there? Did he just leave? We never know what the hell happened up there.
Alright, the chase begins with one cop car followed by this black SWAT van, followed by this van, and these two police cars. Did I say two? No. In the next shot there are three. Why, if you're being shot at, you wouldn't try to move over into the lane that's farther away from those who are firing at you?
Where is the tumbler busting in from? They're like 8 levels up in a parking garage. Why does the van stop the very second Batman makes impact? This witness manages to get a gun into court in a major organized crime case and is also apparently just holding that in his lap in full view of the judge. Dutiful guard shrugs off the fact that Lucius has a cell phone that should have been confiscated and then shrugs off the fact that he thinks all black people look alike.
And the Joker pulls crimes in such an orderly manner. He must write it down in an evil day planner. His henchmen are psycho and expendable, yet somehow completely dependable. And why is Morgan Freeman all pissed at me? He seemed to resign kind of randomly. It's okay to build me an armor tank car, but oh, tapping phones, that's going too far.